Evidently, how it has settled well with our people in the Patriot Front itself. To start with, this has been out of a successful process of inter-party politics, and that has actually culminated into now giving the president that privilege which is constitutional to him to have that running mate. And look at where we are as we stand today. Everybody is happy in the party, and we have continued moving as one huge front that is ready for 2021 August elections. So for us as a Patriot Front, we are talking about somebody who has a history to the party, somebody who fought tooth and nail together with the Mukutwa Inonge in 2014, and then also people like Ginny Kapata. So we're talking about a woman of valor. We're talking about a woman who is always forthright in whatever she does. So basically, this is the reason why she has been welcomed by all party functionaries. Just in these few days, she has visited the women at the district, she has visited the province, she has been to the secretariat. And all the party structures, they have been just speaking one rhythm, and that is we have the right person that the president has picked, a person who has vast experience in politics, starting as way back as 1996, when she was elected in Mandevu as a member of parliament there. And it speaks volume. When she was a member of Mandevu in 1996, between 1996 and 1998, Mandevu benefited a lot. They even had a clinic. So you're talking about a member of parliament who has been very effective on the ground, very practical on the ground. And in 1999, these are the two women together. There she was appointed all government minister. And you know what happened? We had a problem of almost everywhere. Our youths, they were drunkards almost everywhere. She effected the ban, and that was effectively implemented. And look where we stand today. We have our children going into this status of cabbages. No, we have reduced the junks on our youths graduating to junks. So this is the woman that you're talking about. Other fruitful hard decisions that she has made. There are things like the lunch allowances for university students. Today, she has replaced them with student loans. And look what has happened. Even the private universities, they are replicating these ideas. This is the woman that we are talking about. And the most latest one, look at this restocking, the ministry where she was, the food and the fish and the livestock industry and the livestock ministry. She has continued demonstrating that leadership. Go into these far-flung places, areas like Mongu, Kalabo, Solwezi, everywhere. You will find that villagers have been empowered with a goat. Villagers have been empowered with sheep. Villagers have been empowered with chickens. Villagers have been empowered with ponds. Starting from State House, we have ponds. Here in Lusaka, we have ponds everywhere. Go to Southern Province, we have ponds. We have Yaleros of this world because of the same woman. She is a woman who means well for this country. And it's a right to qualified a professor of that status if you are talking about education. And then if you talk about vast experience, she has gone through a lot of ministries. This is still the same. This is a party which has failed to filing in more than 10 constituencies, in more than 10 wards of this vast country. They have failed to field in their candidates. And today, they have gone and we have more than 10 councillors who have gone and opposed. And in Nalolo, we have an MP who is going to fight small parties like that one of Calabar, and then also that one of Membe. They have failed to field the candidate there. So it's a field day for us. And you know, the reason why you are saying that, it was just merely what happens when you are fighting in. The president has talked about, we have banned these rallies. They are spreaders of COVID. They are spreaders of COVID, and we wouldn't want to compromise the health of our Zambian people. And this is the reason why, in our guiding principle of our party manifesto, we are saying every life of every Zambian counts. This is what we mean. So when you saw the president was just going there with state security and the running mate and a few individuals, it's because we want to follow the health guidelines. And if you look at our friends, comparative, they think that this is a subtle strategy that we are employing, that we have already campaigned, we are comfortable that we are going to carry the day. For them, they have declared that they are going to go ahead to do the open rallies against the guidelines by the Ministry of Health. It's unfortunate because these people, they have not learned how COVID is, how ravaging this COVID is. Look at what happened in the United States of America. Trump was downplaying this COVID virus. The way HH today is trying to downplay this virus. The way these other oppositions, they are trying to downplay this virus. Look what happened to India. India Modi was almost declaring India free of COVID. Immediately finished that statement, we had the third wave in India. And look at what happened. He lost even a key state there in India. So we know what it can do. For us, we have actually gone through this last year in July. On the 15th of July, to be precise, we had lost two honorables. Honorable Mwewa from Mwansabombwe, and then the other one who is coming was an independent who is from Lukasha, passed on. The nephew to GBM, Chireko. So basically, for us, we are asking the Zambian people, don't fall for these people. The little money that they want to give you, the little chitenge that they are giving to you, they are not precious than your life. MPs, can you start using social media? Can you start using TV? Can you start using effective radios? And the other mode of communication, other than going for open rallies. These are super predators, and we are standing on the same word of our president, on the same word of our SG. These are super spreaders. Don't get tempted. This opposition, we want them to follow suit, because at the end of the day, they will come to us and they say, look, the PF has been doing this. For us, this is the reason why we are standing on top of the anthill. We are standing on top of all these hills to say that COVID is real and COVID is a dangerous disease. I think the case of Kalaba from 2018, he has been there, but has even managed to get a councillor? Has even managed to participate in one of these by-elections? The answer is no. So these are people who are just there talking on social media, but on the ground they are not there. And in fact, they have not added any value to the political setup. So for us, we are very comfortable. People like the same KBF, he has been thrown out of choir. If you look at what has happened, they are talking about an alliance with the UPND. This UPND alliance is not even in existence. It's non-existent. Because why? We are expecting the alliance to come. When you form an alliance, there must be a consolidation. The running mate was supposed to be from the alliance, but you find that it's just UPND through and through. It's UPND member as a running mate, the UPND member as a president. So it's not here and there. So basically for us, we are not worried with these smaller parties or individuals like KBF and Ari Kalaba. They are not going to shake us. We have stood firm, we have always won, and these by-elections, they have continued demonstrating that PF is popular, and we have continued demonstrating that we have entered now into the strongholds of the UPND, like in Western Province and Northwestern Province. And I thank you that you are seeing that the UPND has been smashed, and we are going to be smashed. Just like yesterday, we have a former MP who resigned and was being welcomed by Joe Malanze just yesterday. So the UPND, it's a non-starter.